Okay, so we're on Lindisfarne today, and more associated with early Christian architecture, but what we're going to look for today is a bit of a waggonway that used to be here in mid-19th century. So spectacular location, but not always what we would have assumed would have been an industrial location, but let's have a look. So we're here at the castle, and this is where the start of the waggonway was, and there's not a great deal of evidence left, although there are some remnants of a jetty sticking out into the water there, a few iron fittings on the ground. So there's obviously something industrial been going on here in the past, and this is where the waggonway came into. So we're going to follow it round and to the left of the castle rock, and further to the north. So here we are walking along the route. Not a lot left to see, but I think it's a clear embankment that we're on, and as we head round and turn north, there looks to be a hint of something linear going off into the distance. Now this is nice. I've just been walking along the start of the waggonway. We've now come to a beautiful little bridge which cuts underneath another feature. So that's the waggonway on the lower level, coming down and under the bridge, and then cutting around to the left through the depression in the dunes. So just doing a bit of reading, the waggonway came in along this route, looking back the way we came, along that ridge along the top, and there was a loading bay over the bridge, and there was another track that went under the bridge and across and round to the right, where we came from. So again, just looking back the way we've come, you can see on the right of the waggonway path there that it's been nicely built up, an embankment, stone embankment, but even better, as we come round, the first evidence of sleeper blocks just underneath the ground, partially obscured. Let's hope we can find some more heading onwards. And amazingly, just a few feet further on, and we've got a wonderful line of sleeper blocks going off into the distance. Great to find this sort of stuff still in situ. Fantastic. So we've been following this path, and the waggonway now splits off down a cutting. You can see the built stone wall on the left, heading off round the banks of that lake. As you can see, this is very wet land, so the waggonway has been built on a wonderful embankment that goes right across the middle of the marshy ground. Absolutely fantastic. Amazingly, there's a lot of sleeper blocks still survive just under the surface. Quite indistinct, some of them, but even spacing. If you see the dry patches beyond, it's clearly stonework is still under there, so fantastic preservation. Right, looking back the way we came, waggonway you can clearly see coming across of the marshy ground we've just been across, but beyond there's a little bit less on the beaten track. We're now onto a dune path, but this is the part of the waggonway, so it might be harder to find things along here, but let's see. So we've hit a serious dead end here. I suspect some dune development might have been something to do with this, but if I climb to the top I should be able to suss out the lie of the land and see another branch of the Waggonway coming in and pinpoint exactly where we are. So as I thought, the Waggonway has been obliterated here by sand dunes, which I'm standing on the top of. You can see it coming in on the line from the left there, and there is another line that comes in around the back of the dunes and through this gap and joins up, and through there somewhere is the Ness End quarry. Well, there's a little lesson in the power of nature here. The sand dunes have clearly completely taken over since the Waggonway fell out of use, and there's virtually no trace of it. We'll climb back out of that little depression in the dunes there, and I think we might be onto something. We're on an embankment now, which appears to sort of head in that direction. So we'll follow it and see if we can find the site of the quarry. So following the embankment now has been broken at several places, but there's plenty of quarried material within the embankment, and even lying on the surface here there's all sorts of bits of stone, and it's clearly worked material, so I think we're on the right track. So we got there in the end. We've just navigated our way through this section of dunes, which has totally taken over the route of the Waggonway, and we are now at Ness End Quarry, which is right on the coast. So we'll make our way down into here, see what we can find. And the Waggonway actually bent round, came in along that route down there, and did a wee bend and back up to the way we've come. Well, this is a great illustration of the type of tight turns that Waggonways could do. So that's the Waggonway coming in from the south there, and it does this sharp turn and down into the quarry. Amazing. So that was Ness End Quarry. Instead of following the Waggonway back the way I've come, I'm going to follow the coast along to Snipe Point, where there's another branch of the Waggonway, and then follow that to the south and rejoin on west of Lindisfarne. Now that is Snipe Point over there. Believe it or not, the Waggonway actually went out onto part of the rocks. So it'd be interesting to see if anything survives out there. And believe it or not, a Waggonway came down on that side of the dunes and along the rocks here somewhere. Finding something here is going to be tricky. So unfortunately there was nothing left of, or certainly nothing to see of the Waggonway on the rocks down on the shore. But we've picked it up here, and we'll follow it south until it joins up with the rest of the Waggonway network on the island. This is a very tricky landscape to find any evidence of railways in. I've pinpointed the route to this little track across the dunes, so we'll see where it takes us. So we just negotiated another load of sand dunes. Very difficult to find any traces of the Waggonway in there. So we'll head south now, and ahead of us is St Cuthbert's Lime Works, so we shall see if there's any remnants there. Should be something to see anyway. So just when I thought I'd lost the Waggonway, just stumbled across the remains of St Cuthbert's Lime Works, and there's the railway coming from the right and down across the field, and there's another lime works just beyond the first ridge of land there. Okay, so I'm just going to head up and take a wee look at this looks like an old lime kiln built into the side of the hill. Fantastic. And you see the evidence of industrial activity on the inside of this. It's amazing. Slag material on the walls. This type of stuff be familiar. Looks like the stuff in the walls of Cockenzie House. A fantastic view from the top. So just standing on top of the lime works, the lime kilns, you can see the Waggonway stretching right through the middle of that gap there and down to the south. So we've just come from St Cuthbert's Limeworks, and if we pan round, we're at Lower Kennedy Limeworks, which is, I believe, a little bit later. There's a few ruins here which I'm going to explore. That's it, just finished a lovely walk around the Waggonway pass of Lindisfarne. Absolutely fantastic to see that the lime works and the sleeper blocks and part of the route and the pass still being used today.